Hello and welcome. So, the turning point in business, when will it happen for you? It's a very, very interesting point actually, because with every business startup, with every business growth, there is ultimately a stage in that business where you will go through a certain level of pain, an assured level of pain during the growth period. But the point is, with every business that's going through the startup stage, there is going to be a painful period of growth. That's absolutely for certain. Nobody escapes it that decides to take this most wonderful journey in business. And unless you can take pain of growth, you are 100% not going to grow in business. So the turning point in business, when will it happen for you? I'm Bradley Chapman. This is the Diamond Experience, a brief coaching session where I share my experiences about being in business, and hopefully you can resonate to that. But if you're in business and you started out, there's going to be a pain period where you're growing your business. Are you going through a level of pain right now within your business? Now, your business could be a product, it could be a service. Indeed, you could be a business coach or a life coach. But have you experienced the level of pain where you want to say to yourself, I can't take it anymore. I just want to quit. I just want to roll up into my blanket. I just want to roll up into somewhere that's dark. I want to turn the lights off because I can't take it anymore. The pain of growth and looking forward to succeeding in business is just too much for me. Have you ever experienced that? Listen, it's rhetorical. It doesn't matter what we do in our lives. Once we've made the decision to move forward into a business, we're going to experience a level of pain. Now, it's going to be a level of pain that we've never, ever experienced before. It's going to be a level of pain that actually, until you've gone through it, until you've experienced it, you really actually don't know how you're going to handle it. But let me tell you, with every business that I've built, that I've been involved with as a coach or a mentor, or I've started myself as an entrepreneur, I'm no different than you. We will all go through this pain period and this time frame of happiness and excitement and aspirations of growth with this amazing vision for our business and what it's going to be. But actually, you don't really truly know what adversities you're going to face until you start the journey. The first thing is this: if you've started that journey, then absolute kudos to you. Well done to you, and amazing, because so many people will come to the beach, what I call the journey of setting out to sea in business. They'll come to the beach and they'll look and they'll think, oh, that water is filled with sharks, I can't swim. Whereas other people, they've got the strength to get in the water and start swimming against all the odds in calm waters, in stormy seas, in snow, wind and rain and freezing waters. If you've taken that journey in business and you've taken those steps, then absolutely congratulations. But you may be thinking about the pain of business. You may be thinking about what you're going through. You may be thinking about moving from being employed to self-employed. But once you start that journey in business, you start to think, how long is it going to take before I'm successful? How long is it going to take before I'm known, I'm liked, and I'm trusted? How long is it going to take before some money starts coming back into the bank? If you're like me, you're a married person, or you're in a relationship, or you've got a family or children, then you'll be taking a sacrifice on investment to invest into a business, and then you're looking for a return on investment into your business, right? Now, if you've reached success already and you're through the pain threshold, then you'll be at the point where you can really start to grow a motor, and then it's working with your numbers to move forward. But if you haven't got through that pain threshold and you are thinking to yourself, this is painful, am I going to get there? Am I going to make it? Then you've got to ask yourself this one very big question. Do you have the guts to hang on? And another question is, do I have the strength to hang on? Another question is, do I have the ability to look past what others cannot see? Do I have the strength inside me to overcome and endure, to have the courage and the confidence to be in business, which other people haven't got, or they can't take that step of being in business? And when you're in the business, you are at the helm of your ship. You have your hands on that steering wheel, and you are the master and commander of your boat. It's up to you to decide which way your business goes. It's up to you to put in the hours you need to put in. And by the way, being in business and being an entrepreneur, it isn't for the weak, it isn't for the cheap, and it isn't for the people that want to work part-time. This is a full-time gig. It doesn't matter whether it's Saturday night at 10:30 p.m. in the UK or Sunday morning. It doesn't matter. An entrepreneur will work on a 24-hour clock. An entrepreneur will work on the basis that he will never give up and he will never stop, and he will push through that pain threshold. Every single one of us needs someone next to us, around us, to say when the things get tough, when we are at sea and it's getting stormy and we aren't getting through that pain threshold and the rain is coming down and the ship is going all over the place and the clients aren't coming, or a client hasn't paid, or there's a problem in your business and it's not working out and you can't find the answer, and you're holding on to this ship, you're holding on to this wheel, and the lightning is coming, the storms, there's water coming over the bows. Don't let go of that wheel. Don't ever let go of that wheel. You are the master and the commander of your ship. You are the captain of that ship. You are the person that stood up and stepped up and said, I'm going to start in business. And this is why so many people succeed. Because even when the crew around you don't believe and they start jumping off the ship, you are the captain. You cannot ever leave your ship. A captain doesn't leave his ship. He doesn't leave his position. He doesn't leave his wheel. 24/7 a day is what it's going to take for you to break through that pain threshold. But if you're alone on that ship and all the crew's bailed, or you're a single yachtsman and you're starting on your own as an entrepreneur, you want an answer, and the place you'll look up to is to the sky, to God, and you'll say, why did I take this journey, God? It's not happening. But it's in those moments, ladies and gentlemen, where the seas are stormy. It's in those moments where there's a leak coming in your business ship. It's in those moments where the seas are stormy that you will learn more about yourself in those moments than many other people will in a lifetime. It's at that moment, and as dear Bernie Swain said to me when I interviewed him, and also he says in his book, it's about those defining moments in your life, those turning points in your life. And it's those turning points where you can jump off of your ship and you can give up and go into your life raft and go back to what you think is your safe waters, or you can hang on in there and you can fight through that storm. Watch the film Master and Commander. Watch the film K-19. All these films will show what it takes to go through and to experience adversity to come out the other side as a successful business owner. And I can promise you, there will be moments you want to give up. If you think I haven't felt about giving up with what I'm doing, the Diamond Experience is now 6 months old, and I've been working relentless day and night. Yeah, I've picked up clients, but I'm still not where I want to be. And you cannot stop. You cannot give up. You cannot give in, not for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're watching right now and the title, The Turning Point in Business, when will it happen for you? Question mark. And if you're thinking that, when will it turn for you? Answer this to yourself. Am I putting in enough effort? Am I thinking strategically enough about my business and where I'm going, the steps I'm taking? Am I thinking clearly and strategically enough about the route that I'm taking in my business, how I'm identifying myself, how I'm feeling inside myself, your diamond mindset? Think about your destiny, your identity, your attitude, your mindset, your opportunity, your never giving up attitude, and the way in which you deliver. Take a check of it right now. And if a teacher was marking you, how much out of 10 would they give you for understanding your destiny and pursuing it? Yes, Diamond Experience. Diamond breaks down into 7 modules. So if there was a teacher marking you, think about your destiny. Do you know who you are? Do you know your purpose? Do you know where you're going and why you're doing it for? The identity of you and your brand. How well classified is that? Mark yourself on your attitude. Is your attitude somebody that won't give up, that won't give in, that never stops, that never steps back? Is it the attitude of somebody that's relentless in order to grow into your business? And what about your mindset, ladies and gentlemen? Which way do you think? And how do you think? And how does that thinking help you into your business? And when you do create opportunity, how do you understand it and which ones to capitalize on or not? And when the going gets tough, and it will, and it is, and it can be, how do you define your never giving up attitude? Now, do you mark yourself on that? And then, of course, your delivery. How do you deliver? How constantly? You see, the thing is, in business, when we start our businesses, an MD or a CEO of a company or an entrepreneur, when they start their business, you almost become a firefighter. You're almost a fighter of fires. Now, I put something up on LinkedIn the other day, and it said, you know, a great MD can put a fire out, but an excellent MD can spot fires before they happen. Now, do you think being a managing director, a director of your own business, an entrepreneur, is about fighting fires? Yes, or no? And you can answer that question to yourself. It's my belief that we are firefighters, and fires are going to come. And as those fires come, whether that be in our business, with our clients, with a project we're working on, you've got to learn how to put them out. But being an awesome entrepreneur and an awesome managing director of your own business, of you.com, is trying to stop those fires from starting in the first place. And if the fire does start and it's somebody's fault within you or the business or someone you're working with, don't worry about blaming where the fire started. Put the damn thing out. Get a fire extinguisher, get a red towel, get the fire extinguished. You can worry about how it started later to learn about to never happen again. But in that moment of adversity, in that moment of pain, do not lose your head. Keep cool, even though others around you are losing theirs. Because the ability that you've got to keep cool during adversity, the ability that you've got to be able to keep moving yourself forward for all the grief and all the pain. Take a coffee when you get stressed, have a gulp. You've got to have the ability to stay calm, because that's when you can think. So have you turned your corner yet? If you haven't, ask yourself how much you're going to be prepared to sacrifice to keep going. Because the more pain you feel, and the tougher it feels inside, and the harder it gets, and the harsher the weather, the environment in terms of physical you.com, it's where you learn about yourself. It's where you can either pick your tools back up and crack back on and push through that pain barrier, or you can give up, you can step off, you can fall back, and you can go back to the life that you had before you started your dream. Do you want to give up? No, we don't want to give up, right? We don't want to give up. But the other thing is this: you must have someone beside you. Now, listen, I pray, forgive me if you, I don't want to get into religion, but listen, whatever it is you do, you need someone beside you. Not just the good Lord upstairs or whatever you believe in, but you need a good friend or a mentor beside you. Because when the going gets tough and you're flagging at the wheel of your ship and those storms are coming, you need a voice of reason that actually says, abandon ship, brother. It's going down. There's nothing you can do. You're going to drown. Let's get off now. The crew's safe. All that voice is going to say, sort yourself out. Straighten yourself out. Grab hold of that wheel and keep sailing through that storm. Because on the other side of that storm is that island of beauty where you're going to find the coconuts, you're going to find the meat, you're going to find the spices, you're going to find the elixir, you're going to find it, what it is that you need to achieve, your clients, your business, and you're going to break through and you're going to find the you. You must have someone standing beside you that will pick you up in those moments when you're flagging, in those moments when you're dropping, in those moments where you just can't take any more. Have someone that can trust in you when you're having a bad day and it's not right, to snap you right out of it. Because once you start thinking about darkness and impossibility, you're done in your business. And you'll never get to that turning point. So have some light in your life. Have energy in your life. Have somebody in you that can inspire you and turn your day around and say to you, you did not do enough today. You didn't work hard enough today. You're not going to find the answer sitting on the couch. You're not going to push your business forward feeling self-pity about what you haven't got, or how you're badly your ship sailing and how people didn't communicate well. It's down to you. You're the leader of the ship. You're the captain of the ship. You're the person that's in charge. You are the El Capitano of you.com. Stand up and deliver and keep pushing through. Because if you do keep pushing through that pain barrier, you will learn, and that moment, that turning point, that defining moment in your life, which, by the way, you will never, ever forget as long as you live, will happen. And it will come, because persistence beats resistance, ladies and gentlemen. And in our business, in you.com, it doesn't matter what's happening on the ship. It doesn't matter what's happening with the weather. We are the captains, and we are responsible, and we lead, and we drive. And we have to take everything on board, because not only are we the captains of the ship, we are great leaders of people. We are great communicators, and we learn more by holding the wheel of a ship than anything else working in a career or in a job. I remember as a young boy watching my dad drive when I was a wee boy. And all I wanted to do was get behind the wheel. Can I drive the car, Dad? You know, I remember coming to my 16th birthday, getting my license. And it was the day my dad was going to take me out for the first time. And I can sit and drive the car. It's where in the UK, you can sit next to someone with a license and drive. And it was my birthday. I got my card. It's my birthday. And, you know, on my birthday, it didn't take me out. So I tell you a story. Hope you're not listening, Dad. At the time, my dad had a BMW 7 Series. And it was my birthday, and I was so annoyed he didn't take me out because I so wanted to drive and be the captain of my own ship. For me, it started at a very young age. But we've all wanted to drive a car, right? So my dad, you know, he went out on my mum on my birthday and said, oh, I'll be back later, don't worry. I was so disappointed. I was so upset that my father didn't take me out that morning. He said, come on, son, you're going to be able to drive a car today. I was so upset with my dad. So my dad went out in my mum's car, and as soon as he left, I was so angry, so upset. And I'd never driven a car before. So I took the keys to his BMW. I pressed the alarm. No, it wasn't. It was a key then. It wasn't even an alarm. It was an automatic. I'm 47. This was 1986, this was. And I opened the car door, and I got in the car. And I got hold of the wheel, and I looked at the controls and the pedals. And I reversed this thing out of the drive of the house, and I drove round to my friend's house half a mile away. I pulled up outside, and I'm driving like this. And I got half a mile away, and I pulled up at my friend's house, and he come in. He went, what are you doing, man? You got your dad's car. I said, I know. He's not taking me out for my first driving lesson. Come on, Dan. We're going to drive around the block. Now, I only drive around the block, and it was wrong and not a good thing. But I wanted to be the captain of my own ship. And then after that, me and my friends, we found the car. And it was at our friend's mum's school, whose dad was the caretaker. And we had this old car. We used to drive it around on the playing fields to learn how to drive. If you're the captain of the ship and you want to learn how to drive and it's built in you, great. If you started your business, even better. But there's going to be a turning point in your life where your business is going to get through. It's almost like breaking through the clouds. It's almost like you get to a position where you've given so much. You've given so much blood, sweat and tears. And if you're starting out in business or you've got a business, you'll invest everything you've got. You'll stake everything you've got on your business. And if it's not working out and money's not coming and you're losing money, and I've been there 4 times. I've had everything and lost everything 4 times in my pursuits, you know. Kamikaze, right? I learned so much. And I know that you can break through. I know there's a lot of pain. I know there's a lot of struggles, but you've got to break through, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? You can do it. And every now and again, after a bad day, we've had a tough day, no matter what mood we're in. And trust me, in some of my businesses, I've been in a vile mood. And I just want to take it out on everybody. I try and keep a lot of my pain inside and try not to pee too many people up. But sometimes you just can't help it. You'll bite and you'll bark because you're frustrated inside. Step back, step off, don't hold the wheel, keep the wheel, but just think to yourself, what do I need to change tomorrow? What do I need to change tomorrow? What do I need to adjust? Never take your hands off the wheel, not for a minute. We sleep as MDs and entrepreneurs with our hands on the wheel. This is how we sleep, like that. But never, ever take your hands off the wheel because you're the captain. Nobody else is. We're the leaders of our ships. We make the decisions. We choose the direction of our ship. We choose where we sail. And when we make a decision to sail, albeit we talk to our team and get feedback, there's no guarantee we're not going to hit that hard water, that bad weather. We will hit it. How do you handle yourself in stormy seas as a business owner? That will equally determine you actually moving through the stormy water to get to the turning point in your business. So don't ever be afraid to reach out for help. One of the biggest things I did in my career when I had businesses was being afraid to reach out for help and say, can you help me? I still struggle with it now. I mean, I'm an amazing business coach. I'm there. If someone's in pain, I'm there for them. I want to sort it out. I want to take the pain away. I want to help them because I've got the knowledge to be able to do so. And if they'll listen to you and they'll let you into their inner sanctum of trust, away you go, you can solve so many problems. But I struggled so much in my business career to ask for help. Now, I started in business at 18 years of age. You know, and I put my first investment into a company of £17,000 when I was 18. And I'd saved that money since a kid. And within a year and a half, I'd bought a property, but the mortgage rates tripled in the UK. I lost my house. I lost my savings that I'd saved up since I was 11 years old. And I was back in the dirt at the age of 20. I mean, you couldn't write this sort of stuff, right? But it's what we learn. It's the fact that there is going to be tough conditions. But let's look at ourselves and be tough on ourselves before we be tough on anything else around us being in business. Because I can promise you, the harder you are on yourself in business and be true to yourself about the things you're good at and you're great at and the things that you're crap, and the better you can be, more congruent and stronger you can be looking at yourself and saying, actually, I didn't handle that too well. Actually, I didn't communicate that in the right way. Actually, fuck that one, excuse my French, right up. And I've done so much of that. And that's what's made me a great coach. I've done so many things where I've earned great money and succeeded. But equally, I've made some bad mistakes, people. Some bad mistakes in my business journey. And it's from those bad business mistakes that I made that it taught me to be able to help other people not to make the same mistakes. But here's the thing. You've got the wheel of your ship as a captain. And the rain's coming in. It's a stormy time. You want to break through into greatness. You want to become an awesome speaker. You want to have a great taxi cab business. You want to have a great PR company. You want to have a great business selling advertising, magazines, publishing, or you're selling crayons for children. You've got a cup printing business, right? You sell security systems, office interiors, all right? You sell stationery. Whatever your business is, there's going to be these moments of darkness. But if you don't ever reach out for help with your team and say, team, I need your help, they're not going to respond to you. They're not going to engage with you. And all they're going to be thinking is, what the heck is going on with this business? Now, I read a report last week about managing directors sharing openness and honesty about their business and their profitability and their books with companies that don't share openness about their clients and their business and where they're going. Now, you'll be amazed at this report because we're all so guarded, right? As entrepreneurs, we're so guarded and so protective of our ship that we actually think that no one's ever built a ship like we've got before, that no one's ever sailed it in the way that we've sailed it before, that no one's ever stocked it with the products that's on our ship. So we think that we've just invented a wheel and we want to keep it so secret. We don't want to tell anyone whether we're making money or losing money. But this company, what it does is it actually sits down with all its key managers and it shares its monthly financial report and growth report, sales marketing report in an open fashion to show the profitability of the company. And they started to reward the employees of the business with a share profitability of the end of year of the business. Now, this most amazing thing happened because the company was in a really tough position. And it shared its financial position and what it was doing. It said, look, team, we're in a tough spot. We lost X amount of thousands of pounds last month. Something's not working. We've really got to put it around this month. We've got to get back to profitability. And you know what happened? Because the honesty of the directors of the company, and actually it's called, Leading with Purpose. Up there behind me, you'll see there's a book. It's called People with Purpose by Kevin Murray. It's an awesome book. And the team, then what they did, the most amazing thing happened. Because of the openness of the MD and the CEO and the trust, within 6 weeks, the business was in profitability. And after the 6 weeks, they come back to the table, the spirit around the table and everyone's engagement levels was just off the charts. So if we can be more open as individuals and say how we feel to the team around us, they could engage at much greater levels. Now, if we could do that, would it make the stormy seas that we're sailing as business owners compared to what somebody else can see? Because, of course, as business owners, what we want to do is we want to pretend we're like swans on a lake, a bit like this, right? You know? But what you don't know is underneath the table, it's going like this. Holy moly! What am I going to do? So on top, right, you're like a swan on top, yeah? But underneath, you're absolutely pedaling like crazy. Now, as an MD and a CEO and a captain of the ship, we've got to be alert 24/7. But what if our crew doesn't see or doesn't know the stress that we're going through? What if we're at the wheel for 24 hours or more without sleep and the crew didn't notice? What if we were saying, I'm at the wheel, no one's taking control of my wheel? Let me ask you a question. How many hours can you stay awake for before your diligence levels start to drop? How many hours can you stay awake for before your awareness starts to drop? How many hours can you stay awake for before your cognitive impairment starts to kick in? 24? 48 hours? Yeah? More? 3 days? 4 days? You can't. Just because you need to step off and rest or let somebody else take the wheel of your ship, albeit temporary, doesn't mean to say you're not the captain of the ship. It actually means you're a masterful captain of the ship, because no pilot can fly 24 hours a day. No bus driver can drive 24 hours a day. No captain of any ship I know that sails on the ocean is allowed to sail at the helm for 24 hours a day. Why? For all the reasons that I've just mentioned and more. It's against the law. So why do you think as a captain you can keep hold of that wheel for 24 hours a day? If you have a team of people around you, whether that be family, whether that be a crew, whether that be individuals within your company, teammates and managers, they are there because they love something about you and your business and what you stand for. They're looking through all the traits, all the challenges and the problems that you're facing, feeling, or the emotions that you're expressing, because they see something you and your business and what you're looking to achieve. But we can become better MDs. We can become better you.com. We can become better individuals. And I promise you, if you do, and you're tougher on yourself than anything else, then your turning point in your business and in your life will come a lot more quicker than you can possibly ever have imagined. A great managing director can put a fire out. An excellent, awesome managing director can stop fires before they start. Which one do you want to be? The quicker you figure that out and you can understand it, and the answer is actually it's both, right? The quicker your turning point into your business might be. And then look back across the word diamond and what it means and mark yourself 1 to 10 on your destiny. Do you know where you're going? Identity, number 2. Do you know who you are and what your brand is and what you stand for? A, attitude. Do you have the right attitude? Will you ever give up and stop? No. Do you have the right mindset? Are you strong enough up here? Because if you haven't got the right mindset and you're too weak in the head, get off and get out of the business entrepreneurship bus, because you've not got it. Opportunity. Are you creating enough opportunity and recognizing it when it comes? Mark yourself on that. Never giving up. I freaking love that one. I look around and see so many people give up when they just could have kept going and pushed through the pain barrier, and they'd have reached the turning point. I love it. Mark yourself on never giving up. What about delivery? How do you deliver? How do you come across? How do you speak to people? What's your tonality like? Do you pee people off? Do you upset people? Do you bite at people? Or do you inspire and encourage people and tell them off only when they need to? What sort of person are you? That's the diamond experience. And when you can mark yourself on those 7 things, you're going to get yourself much closer to the turning point in business to take you through to lovely, sunny seas on a warm, beautiful island in the Middle East or the Far East or in the Pacific. Beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, the turning point in business, when will it happen for you? It happened for you the moment you decide to look at yourself first of all and work out the chinks in your armor, work out the things that you haven't got that you need to change to become a better leader in your business. When you understand that it's nobody's fault but yours. You're the captain of your ship. You direct it. It's your ship. Everybody else is on board because they're a passenger and they're on your journey and they believe in your dream. And when somebody does believe in your dream, thank them for it. Because you need people to believe in your dream, ladies and gentlemen, and your vision and your product and your service. Because if they don't believe in your dream and your vision, guess what? You've got no customers. So think about who you are. The diamond experience teaches you to become that person. It teaches you to become an awe-inspiring managing director. And I love it because I've seen all this so many times in people and in business. And I can spot it a mile off. I can see more things in other people's businesses than I can my own. It's easier, isn't it, right? To look down and look at someone else's ship. I can see when it's not sailing straight. I can see when the sails aren't working. I can see when someone's sleeping in the cabin that shouldn't be. I can see when they've left the dock with no food in there. I can look at the market strategy, the sales strategy. I can look at the communication within the business. I can look at the drive and the overall push and the KPI. Mark yourself this evening. Reset yourself, ladies and gentlemen. And then tomorrow morning, oh yes, it's Sunday. You come out fighting. I'm Bradley Chapman. This is the Diamond Experience, and the turning point in your life will happen when you're stronger on yourself than anybody else. You're the captain of your ship. Thank you, everybody indeed, for watching this evening. I'm sorry I've not gone through the timeline of the comments. Thank you all. It's your time to shine. It's your business. You're the captain of the ship. Make it happen. God bless.